What's happening, people? Welcome to the player ratings. We're going to judge how well we played today after a massive win against Manchester City. It really was. I'm going to start furthest to my right. We'll start with David De Gea. What are you giving him out of 10?
Oh, flawless performance. 8. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Yeah. But the only thing he needs to do is improve his kicking. But apart from that,
especially after a proper dodgy game against Everton, obviously gifting Everton the goal, he did well to pick himself up. And with Ederson, like, it was all about goalkeeper mistakes today, and Ederson had a howler, so De Gea shone.
Yeah, man, you get me. David De Gea, man, that's it, man. That's all you want. Clean sheets, happy days, man. So yeah.
Yeah, agree with an 8. You guys agree with an 8 for De Gea?
I'll go with 7.
Yeah.
He didn't have too much to do really today.
A couple of saves.
Yeah, a couple of saves, but you know, 8, 9, that sort of.
Jesus one, yeah.
All right then, Saeed, 8 then, gee.
Mate, we won. Why are you being negative? Make the player ratings as high as possible. We won.
Get Pochettino in, I think.
Right wing back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Listen, mate. Miles, zoom in there, man. Listen, yo.
Get Sterling out.
You get this out there, yeah?
Sterling out.
Let me get the phone out, yeah? Yo, Raheem, where you at, man? Where you at, lad? Still in the pocket, mate. Listen, mate, 8 performance, 8 out of 10, mate. This guy, yeah, Colossus, mate. The only mistake he made was through his own errors in terms of him going forward and leaving the space behind. Not one time, he still had to go to the striker position, yeah, to go find space. How bad is that, you get me? So for me, Wan-Bissaka, mate, this guy.
That's been consistent all season
as well. Step overs in the crossing the channels, mate. Listen, I told him, man, this £50 million we paid for him is a bargain, mate. So for me, 8 out of 10, mate. Flawless again.
You lot all agree with an 8?
Like, people need to give him respect, man. People saying he can't go forward, but when he goes forward, he can't find anyone. So
9?
I'll go with a 9. If I've given David De Gea a 7 for the little that he did today, I know he did bits and bobs, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it's not much he could have done to perform better today. Obviously, you've got to get a goal to get a 10, really. Do you know what I mean? But so 9, I think he was absolutely fantastic.
You agree with that? 8, 9, or
9? Because the balls he kept giving to Daniel James, they were brilliant. So yeah, each time Daniel James just took the ball.
Cool. Good stuff. Let's go to the centre back pairings, or triple, or 3 of them. Let's go with Lindelof. Right, well, you always talk about, you know, being
7,
positive.
7.
You always say, I know your
7.
thoughts on him, but how good was he today?
7. He was good. He was good. I've got an agenda, so I struggle to go up that. Maybe 8. But
Sander, no. Listen, everyone has their little favourites. I get that. That's fine. But after a performance like that, defensively, the whole back 5. They were all spot on, man.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Lindelof got his head on quite a lot.
8.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
8.
Only because you're reluctantly giving us 7.
No. 8. I do think without Harry Maguire next to him, he would have crumbled, because he is one of those players who crumbles any time a bit of pressure. But
hate him, innit?
Yeah, I do. But
hate's a strong word.
But think about Harry Maguire. If he had anyone else next to him, he would have stood up and been there. Victor Lindelof, I don't fancy it's raining today. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, go on.
I think you're being a bit harsh. But 8. Do you agree with 8 with Lindelof?
Yeah, Lindelof's played brilliant. Made all his tackles. And all the aerial threats, he just won. Him and Maguire, it's good partnerships going.
You lot agreeing with that? Yeah? Agreeing with that. Maguire next to him.
I would say 9, because he's played really good today. All the aerial threats again, and every ball, he was straight into it. And he had solid, and he had a chance of scoring a goal in the first half. We should have been praying, but got it saved. But yeah, solid 8.
No,
9
for me. Captain, leader, legend. Like, honestly, he was absolutely superb. And do you know what I saw from him today as well? When Brandon Williams was coming off, Brandon Williams was on the left-hand side with a touchline, so he'd have to go off there. He brought him in the middle of the pitch, said, hang here a little bit, so then you can walk off. It's that little bit of shithousery, basically, that he's got. And obviously on the ball, tackling, it was stupendous today.
I know he's your favourite, Harry Beckenbauer.
Harry Beckenbauer, mate. Captain, leader, legend, mate. This guy is going to become a legend in this football club, mate. I'm telling you now, man. What a performance. For me, I'm trying to think of a 10, but I think I'm not like Adam, you get me, so I leave that to Adam, you get me. But for me, 9, mate.
You agreeing with that solid 9, yeah? Exactly. Okay, where was I? Who had the last one? We'll go with yourself. Actually, I was just here, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Yes, we'll go back to the start. We'll get back to the start. Oh, sorry. There you go. Luke Shaw.
Oh, perfect performance. Everyone was slagging him off, but these past few months he's been solid, to be fair. So I want him to get a run. And that's it, man. I
like that as well, because you know he has had a lot of stick when he hasn't been playing so well, and it's important as fans that when players are playing well, you praise them, and if you see flaws in their performances, you can criticise that, and he gets that. Luke Shaw gets that. Solid performance for him today again.
I would give him a high 8, man. I think he was just solid today. I mean, he read the game well. For me, the one against was it him against Mahrez?
Yes.
The Mahrez one again,
Yeah.
man. You don't, recovery tackles for me. I think he's the best. Him and Wan-Bissaka are the best in the football club. Recovery tackles. They just do it every time. He's not got a brilliant pace, but he almost gets in there. A recovery tackle for me. I guess an 8, man. I don't know what my man's saying, but 8 for me.
Yeah, 8 to be fair, same, man.
2 8s over here for Luke Shaw. Solid. Happy with that?
Yeah, I did think I was worried a little bit at the beginning of the game.
First half was a bit shaky.
Down that left-hand side, him and Brandon struggled, I thought.
Yeah.
But didn't concede, did all right. So I'd go with an 8.
8. You agree with that?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, solid 8.
Solid 8, yeah.
Cool. And then Brandon Williams.
I give him another 8, man. I'm telling you now, man. People, you know what I mean? He did up and down on that left side. He came up. You see him at the end. He was knackered,
Yeah,
mate.
he was blowing.
Legs have gone.
Proper
mate.
shifting.
For me, he put a shift in, didn't get exposed. You know what I mean? Yes, there was a few times in his first half we gave the ball away, but I think that's just because he's consistent, he's young. But for me, man, held his own, man. This guy got 19 years old. And left back is up and down. Game plan was
He
spot
played a
on.
brilliant ball where he actually miskicked it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then he
yeah.
put it over the top
Yeah, yeah,
for Martial. Martial just couldn't convert,
That's
but
it, man.
he was. And then he had to put up with Phil Foden in the first half, and I thought he kept him fairly quiet. Then when Mahrez came on, he had some good foot races and got his foot in there. Did well, yeah. Solid 8
man.
for you.
Solid for me.
8.
Man.
I like Brandon Williams a lot, but there's no way you can be sat down like that a few times and not get given a little bit lower than an 8 because, he struggled for me.
Mahrez is good though. He's going to sit people down. He chopped him a couple of times. All right, I get it.
Yeah, but just for me, just on a pride level, you can't be sat down like that. Do you know what I mean? 7,
All right.
still a good performance.
He is, 100%.
Still a good performance.
Okay.
And but as I said, with the Shaw thing down that left-hand
yeah.
side, I thought we struggled. So 7 for me.
There isn't much, isn't it? 8, 7. It's not much in it. What you got? These lot are saying solid 8s. You're saying 7. What are you saying?
I'm saying 8 as well. Yeah,
You're the odd one out,
Nah,
mate.
it's just what I do, Flex.
he put a performance in today, like up and down, even covering Luke Shaw sometimes, and then Luke Shaw was going up front as well. So yeah, he's a youngster as well, so he's going to do quite well.
Well, Manchester lad as well, innit? You got
Derby as well, exactly. He knows. Into midfield, Fred.
Good player. No, yeah.
He is?
No, he played well. I think maybe give him an 8. I think he's bouncing off. As I said, maybe last week or a few weeks ago when we were doing the player ratings here, that midfield is starting to mould into something quite nice. The dynamics of it I like. There's no real standout player, although Bruno Fernandes is fantastic. The dynamics are really good. So yeah, give him an 8, Fred. Yeah.
Okay, Fred.
Yeah, 8 as well. Like he gets the tackles in. Like today, he made a couple of mistakes here and there, but he was back on it. Got the ball back straight away. Give the balls in straight away. Yeah. So solid 8.
I wouldn't give him an 8 purely for the fact that he gave the ball away a lot of times, and I think that wasn't his greatest performance. We know what Fred's are about, and we know that Fred's brilliant, and I thought it was great today. But I thought you look at the rest. When I put him at 8, I put him at 7 for me. Today again, solid. Kept the way he was. He kept the midfield solid. For me,
just not quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, just not quite high today. 7 for me.
Yeah, true, he's a 7 because like the City players was pressing him all the time when he got the
he's a
ball.
threat.
Yeah,
He
when he
knows
got the
he's
ball, they kept on pressing him. That's why 7.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Matic.
Matic's 9. It was like them balls he kept giving every time.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. So
He
the
was
ball,
solid.
yeah.
And he's a player who's taken a lot of criticism, and because he's experienced, I don't think that criticism has really got to him. I think he knows what he is, and maybe us as fans are the ones with the custard pie, because maybe we're the ones saying he's done, his legs are gone, he's this and that. I feel that I hold my hands up and say, you know what, I probably got that wrong, kind of writing him off too early.
Yeah, the balls he kept giving was quite good today.
Brian Robson walking past there, the legend. There he is. Yes.
Go on, Brian.
Brian.
What do you think today's game, Brian?
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, Matic, like, still, even though he's quite slow at the moment, again, the leg's tired, he's still giving the brilliant balls again. He's been doing that the last few games, so yeah, solid 9 from me.
Matt's getting a 9.
Yeah, I think so. I think the zest with which he was passing those balls with was fantastic. He wouldn't just pass it, he'd fucking zip it in, and I thought that was quality, experienced. I think he is turning into a leader at the club. I don't know how long he's got left.
He might get a new contract as well.
But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said that you can see maybe becoming a manager, and that's always says something about a player when they have that ability. I think a 9 for me, Matic.
You lot agree with that?
For me, 9, mate. Man of the match for me. Him and Maguire, man of the match. Them two stood out from the rest, mate. This guy, between the lines, got us out of danger. When City were pressing, he was the one that killer pass, mate. Killer pass through the lines, made Martial go break, James, Bruno, all them break. For me, you know what, mate? For me, I got to hold my hands up again. When it was a system in the 2, when you had McTominay and Matic, for me, he looked awful because there's not much energy there. But when you got Fred and you got Bruno, he does the simple things right.
Innit?
Then again, for me, 9.
Yeah, 9s.
Perfect performance. Yeah. I think, even though if he's not going to be a starter next season, just sign a new contract.
He needs to be around the place.
He can be a teacher to Scott McTominay. McTominay can learn things from him. You get what I mean?
Fair play. It's important that we do that, man, because he has proved us. He has proved a lot of us wrong. And let's go into Bruno Fernandes.
You know,
I think it's a
Game of
7.
two halves, game of
I
two
think
halves.
it's a 7 to be fair, because
yeah,
first half it
real
was
talk.
excellent, but second half
Tired,
people start like marking him and stuff. So I think 7 to be
But
fair.
then
Yeah,
let me
game
just
of
play
two
devil's advocate. It was a game of 2 halves, right? And he didn't have a lot of the ball.
But he
But
gave
then
a lot
if he's had that clinical moment to get us that 1-0 at the beginning,
Then he would have went up. Yeah, fair
you know
enough.
what I mean?
It's a game
Which,
of 5
he
margins.
did, yeah, because he got an assist
Yeah,
again.
but for me though, I don't fault him though. Still,
Yeah.
I still 7's a solid performance.
Yeah, of course.
But I think he's getting knackered. I think he's got a lot of games we've been playing. He's been playing high intensity for most of the games where we've been relying on him too much. First half, I was brilliant. That assist, mate, bloody hell, mate. He can only see that. No one else, him and maybe Matic can only see that. Everyone else does not see that pass.
That's
Second
going
half,
back post to Harry Maguire or something.
there you go,
isn't it?
exactly. Another one there, but I thought second half he petered off because of the fact that he got a bit tired. He got a bit, City were in his ascendancies.
He did work hard though. Like he initiated the press a lot of the time as well by
Yeah,
just
he should have pressed
hunting down the keeper,
There you go.
hunting down the fullback, almost
Yeah.
as to say, guys, come on, you can do this with me.
Yeah. But for me, he wasn't today was all about solid and gritness. For me, today, I give him a 7 still. Still
Okay.
solid.
If Lindelof's getting an 8, then I've got to go high 8, 9. For me, that not only that assist, but as you said, often I was like, he's the front man. He's leading the press. He's a leader. And I like today in the second half that he showed that he could do the other side of the game as well. We know what he's got going for. We know he can create that chance. But to sit in and press and really work hard, I thought it was good to see.
I did like that. Yeah, a lot. It's difficult sometimes on the TV if you're watching it at home. You can't see that. But when he's out of possession or doesn't have the ball at his feet, he's organising. He's barking orders. He's saying, "Here, do this," or he's just showing it with his own play in terms of, well, I'm chasing him down.
Yeah.
Let's go. Do you know what I mean? I like that. Do you agree with what they said about Fernandes? Yeah.
Fernandes, I'll give him an 8 because today that assist he got from Martial, that was pretty good. But since he's come from Sporting Lisbon, he's game in and out. Every game he's played consistent. Today, like his first half was a bit slow, but he got that assist. Second half, again, few balls, but it was like
It wasn't really a game that he was going to be able to like dictate from start to finish. We weren't going to see a lot of the ball.
No.
So I think he showed
the
a
other side
different
of the
type of attribute. Like do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I want to see that
Yeah.
both kind of games. I want to see this kind of side, Bruno.
But do you
And I
have
wanna
the grit?
Exactly. And I think he has a lot of the grit.
Yeah.
I think it's a
We've seen
brilliant.
that even at Sporting, he's that combative midfielder. He's not just
man.
everyone who doesn't really understand Fernandes thinks he's the icing on the cake, just doing little dinks or little. No, he's not.
We've had a
He
lot of
can put
players.
his foot in.
Angel Di Maria. We had him. He couldn't do the grit. He couldn't do the other side of it. We have Bruno Fernandes who can do both.
Yeah.
I'm happy, mate.
There we go. And into the front too, Martial. Another goal for him. Had a few chances to score beforehand, but positionally he was where he needed to be. I thought he worked quite hard and got another goal.
Yeah, a goal. So played well. I don't think his finishing was great today. I don't think the goal was a great finish. He could have squared it to Bruno Fernandes that one time, and that would have been a goal.
Yeah.
So his decision making wasn't on point, nor did I think his finishing was. So I didn't actually think individually he played that well. He didn't really stand out, but overall the whole team played fantastically well. So 8 for me.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8 as well. There's a couple of chances in the first time before the first half when James crossed that in. If we ran on further quicker, he would have got the ball in. A good bit would have been a goal, but yeah.
Another goal for him, and his confidence continues to rise, isn't it? Especially in the absence of Martial of Rashford, you're like, who's going to bag? Who's going to score? And he's scoring.
And he scored that, mate. He had a few chances where he could have scored. I feel first half should have done better with the power in there. But for me, man, you can't fault him today, man. Again, pressing, he led from the front, man. On his own, man. You got to think on his own against City. Got to do it. For me, I don't know about 8, but I'll give him a solid 7. I'm not gonna lie to you, solid 7 for me.
7 or 8?
I'll give him an 8 because as a striker, your job is to finish. So as long as you get a goal, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Dan James.
Dan James, I'm giving it an 8, mate. I don't care what the haters say, yeah. You know what, I'm giving it an 8 because what he gave us, yeah, and the effort he gave us and the desire today. It wasn't the end quality. Didn't do anything that was wrong today. But for me, he gets an 8, man. Because at the end of the day, yeah, that second half for me, I thought he was one of the best players in that second half because he went on the byline, he kept attacking us. He kept defending the spaces in behind. What people are going to see, they're not going to get the Ronaldo. You're not going to get all this, yeah. You're going to get hard work. You're going to get a desire. He's not my icing on the cake. He's not. I'm not going to lie to you, man. He's not my kind of player.
But on today's
performance, I'm going to give
you know,
him
I
an 8.
can hear. I know you're saying no. But look. This is what I feel about. No, wait. This is what I think. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes his end product hasn't been there, and you can say the championship quality. But in today's match, let's talk about today's match. Yeah. If we didn't have that out ball to be able to stretch City, what threat would we have actually have had?
I know what you're saying, Flex. I know what you're saying. All right, Sanders moved. Sanders moved. But fair play, Sanders. No, Flex. No, I understand.
On today's game.
On today's game, yeah, unbelievable. But like, he's like, I'm not trying to say like. In all fairness, we signed a £15 million player from the Championship. Yeah. We shouldn't be expecting Like, we shouldn't be expecting Cristiano Ronaldo.
So what is it you disagree with about him getting an 8 today? Is it
I
more
don't
he should have got a 6 for you or a 7? Or what would you give him?
I would give him like high 6, 7. Like that is personally what.
What are you lot saying? Would you give that? What would you give Dan James? 7? 7, 8. Miles is saying a 5. Nah, Miles, a 5. Nah. Miles, you're having a laugh, Miles.
I'd say 6. I'd say high 6, low 7. Personally.
I'm saying I'm not accepting anything lower than a 7. Come on, man. Because we're in this game today.
Sorry to cut you off. But I'd go with a 7, purely because of what he gave us. He gave us that
100%.
threat. He gave City that headache. Now his end ball and his end product might not have always been there. However, City did have to think, rather than stepping all the way up, they thought, cool.
Daniel's having a nightmare today, bro.
Yeah, Daniel James.
You know, it got to the point where I was like, Igalo needs to come on. Yeah, but I said, do you know what? I can actually see why Ollie's keeping James on. But what I would have done, no, yes, I would have at the beginning of the game. But as a fan,
would you have had?
You would have. But I'm saying you have to look at it as the game, and that's where you have to say, well, do you know what? I would have probably started Igalo instead of James, but James left that field for me today with me saying that's why he started the game. Do you get that?
Pep Guardiola bought on Mendy to say, you know what, he's getting exposed. Zinchenko was getting exposed all game.
You know what Pep Guardiola done? I don't know if you lot realise this. He had Zinchenko kind of coming in off the left back position, which was actually making Dan James forced to actually come inside and follow him. And they didn't actually have a left back. No. And it wasn't until they switched
also,
over.
lads, I know it's something to do with the game, but what is the fucking fact with City giving their left backs number 11? I don't like Zinchenko's number 11. He's left back. Collar off 11.
I know, it is weird. All right, let's finish off. So Dan James, 8, 7. You're going 6.
No. I said no.
What are you saying?
I said 7. I'd give him 7.
We'll put it to you guys at home. See what you guys think about that. The substitutes you come on. Scott McTominay. What did you make of him?
Give him a 7, man. Goal. You know what I mean? Did well. Covered the grass. Made a stronger 7, man.
Yeah, man. 7.
Solid 7. Should he start next game?
I think 8. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Instead of
Nemanja Matic. Listen, I hear you why.
Yeah, that's good.
Give him a rest. Not because Matic is playing poorly, but resting. We can't remember. Nemanja Matic is an old player for football. He's an old football player. So because I know you're nearing that age as well.
I'm older than him.
I didn't want to expose
I'm older than him. I'm 32, man.
But yeah. So he does need a rest. So yeah, Scott McTominay playing next game.
Scott McTominay starting for you next game?
Definitely.
Yeah. Instead of.
That's the difficulty.
You're like, that's Ollie's problem, not mine, but put him in.
But that was the thing. So when Fred had the yellow card today, so I was thinking, who did he take off? Did he take off Matic? Or he took off Martial instead of him. But like I was thinking, did he take off Fred because try and protect him in case he gets sent off? But like Matic, I was thinking because he's a bit slower, because he's a bit. But he took off Martial instead. But McTominay should be starting the next game.
Okay,
I think,
fair enough. We can agree that the subs after that, Igalo, come on.
Yeah.
Did well. Give him a 6. Give him a 6. Give him a 6.
7. Just
because he said Mendy for some fish and chips.
No,
yeah. 7. All right, 7.
No, not even for.
Because he's done an Igalo move.
He sent him for a chicken balti pie.
All right. What were you saying? Igalo 6.
I'll give him a 7 because he held the ball up.
Get in.
He held the ball up a few times, last few minutes. So again, it was 7. Yeah.
And finally, I'll go around individually. Ollie SOLSKJÆR, what rating are you giving him out of 10, man? He's done the triple over Pep Guardiola. I mean, I know you can't really. All right, the Carabao Cup one, second leg. We lost the whole tie, but.
I'll give him a 9, man, to be fair, because it's not easy to beat Pep Guardiola 3 times in a season. So I'll give him a 9, man.
Even you.
You know what? Let's give him a 9.
Hey, you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
If you'd have said anything other than that.
I said it yesterday, man. Could he masterclass Pep, and he's done it, man. Fair play, man. I don't know what's happening, man.
I know what you're like.
Well, no. To be fair, I've got to be sensible. Clean sheet. I don't think it's got maybe a 4-0 as a 10, right? Yeah. But I think 9 because I'm not going to be an idiot either, right? So 9. I don't think he could have done much more. As I said, maybe a 4-0, but 9 spot on. City 3 times, fantastic.
9, but I'm bordering on a 10 because Ollie, the way it is about Ollie is Ollie gives it shit as well. Yeah. Ollie cares like the way that we do. Yeah. We Ollie when every game when we win or lose, Ollie cares. Ollie cares the same way that we do as fans. So that's 10
10
for me. 10.
I'll give Ollie a 9. So it's 3 in a row for City, so including the League Cup. Yeah, so
Can't really say fair enough.
big games. United turn up for big games, and Ollie's like tactically done that quite well. Yeah,
Okay.
so a strong 9.
That's the player ratings. A lot of agreements and disagreements. Some crazy ratings. We'll let you guys decide. As usual, drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Drop a like on the video. Make sure you lot are subscribed. I'll see you guys in Austria out there. Hopefully it's not cold. And then we'll see you back at Spurs when hopefully we come turn up on Jose. Peace. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos. And if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.